I want you guys to take a look at what you're looking at right now. Just take a second, look at it, and tell me what you see. What I see masterminds. I see their experiment run, successful win rates, yada, yada, yada. And I want to talk about this. I'm not just going to talk about Mastermind, but I will talk about Survivor as well because holy fucking shit, I am just shocked at all the numbers I'm looking at. I do try to check the demographics like once a week to see what's going on with the Masterminds and Survivors to give you guys a update when I can. But this is surprising to me. Last video I did on demographics, I talked about Survivors and only Survivors. And I didn't talk about Masterminds. I should have. Because when I look at these demographics from Mastermind, they are about the same as when I seen them last time. And that was about a week or two ago. That lets me know that the Masterminds you see on Twitch, YouTube, any other streaming platform that's out here are probably the only Mastermind mains out here. With the occasional one or two or a few that don't stream as well. Meaning they know how to play their Mastermind and their numbers are not impacting as much. Meaning their win rate is going to stay high. They're going to keep getting nerfed and it's not fair to Masterminds. Annette has a 57% win rate at the moment. Daniel has a 58% win rate. Alex has a 50% win rate. Spencer has a 63% win rate. And Big Daddy Nick has 66% as a win rate. These are still ridiculously high for Masterminds. Meaning when you see Swing Point and you see Tide Time and any others that are on these platforms streaming and winning their games, they're boosting the numbers up for these Masterminds and they're staying about the same with the occasional new Masterminds losing. So if you outweigh that, there's like a 50-50 and the numbers will stay within the same range. Masterminds are going to constantly get nerfed, except for Alex because she's at like 50%. That's mid. She's not really going to get touched. The devs are going to look at Alex as being balanced, which she's not. She needs a buff. This is shocking to me, and I do hope they fix and really just look at this as a whole. Now we're going to move on to Survivor because I can't really just talk on Mastermind too much. I do want to say I really hope more people play Mastermind to see what they're able to do, what they're capable of, and effectively counter Masterminds. Because when I talk about that, that is going to what's leading to what I'm going to show you guys when it comes to the Survivor side. We need more people to stop jumping the wagon on Survivor, play some Mastermind every once in a while, and help these numbers out. Because I know there are some very high survivors who can play Mastermind, know how to play Mastermind, and I'm not saying you have to, but I do recommend trying out Mastermind every once in a while. You can see on mine, I've played Mastermind here and there just to try to help some of these numbers out with my win rate being, pretty decent with Mastermind as well. But we're going to move on to Survivor because this is going to probably be a 20-minute rant. And we're going to be stuck on that topic for quite some time. It's not going to be exactly 20 minutes, but it's going to take some time to talk about Survivor. When we look at the Survivor win rate, I am baffled at these numbers. You can probably barely see them because how squished up they are because the numbers are so high. But if you pay attention or if you go onto the Resident Evil website yourself and look at these numbers, then you can see what I'm talking about. When we look at the Survivors from last time, all of their win rates were kind of high in a sense. It wasn't really high, but it was above 35 for everybody. Everybody had at least 35 and above. And now they're even lower. Jill had a 41%. And we're going to talk about why Jill has a 21% now. This is why survivors are not getting touched. There's so many newcomers playing the game and they're going straight to Survivor. They're not asking, they're not seeing videos. I'm not saying you should. They're not even going to practice to see what survivors are capable of. They're just jumping the wagon on the game thinking, oh, this is going to be easy. And they're constantly crunching the numbers down so low, survivors look like they are garbage when they are not. They are pretty decent. But this is not what the devils are going to see. They're going to see these survivors are going to need a buff. And especially Jill. You talking about Jill needs a buff? You think Sam needs a buff? You think Valerie needs a buff? Martin? Guys, please. I mean, I just don't know what else to say right about now. We're going to talk about their numbers as a whole and talk about what their average is. With Valerie, she has a 33%, where her average last time was a 38%. Jan has 17%, when originally it was 35 or probably 38. I can't exactly remember from my last video, but it was somewhere along the lines of that. Tyrone has a 29% when he had a 38. Sam has 18 when last time it was a 38. Martin has 18 Martin has a 38 where last time he was a 38. And we're going to talk about Martin in just a moment. Becca has a 35, which I think she relatively stayed the same from last time. But Jill has a 21% now, where originally she was 41. I'm going to skip straight to Martin right now because I want to talk about Martin. If you look at Martin's experiments joined, last time it was just about the same. And I look at Martin again, it's like nobody plays Martin at all. Like his number is relatively low. Over 2 weeks, he's still at a very low number compared to the rest of the survivors. Why is Martin not being picked? I don't know. He should be picked because he's a really strong survivor compared to some of the rest. He has a 90-second cooldown flash, which is the lowest in the game. Meaning if you spend mixtapes on that, you can have a flash every team fight. That's ridiculously strong for a survivor. Not to mention, he can stop traps. He has a firearm, which he can use, and has increased crit on his passive. His passive gives him also resistance to infection. Like, Martin has so much going for him, but nobody ever chooses to pick him. They just see the 6 that was in the beta and they just jump on those 6. And with the occasional Jill being added because everybody wants to play Jill. Sorry for the background noise. And then we also have Becca, which everybody sees Becca, Infinite RPG. I just want to pick Becca. I do think that the YouTube community, Twitch community, all these communities need to come together and actually make guides on how to play Survivor. I'm asking the community as a whole because I can't do this on my own. The amount of survivors, the amount of videos I would have to do by myself would be too much just for one person to do to help people understanding how to play Survivor more. So I'm asking everybody as a whole, let's make actual guides instead of just build videos. Because when I looked on YouTube, there's nothing but build videos. There's not an actual guide on how to play Survivor or a specific Survivor. So all of these people who main Survivor, rank 300 Becca's, rank 250 Val's, rank 175, there's not one video on how to play Survivor. Everybody just think it's supposed to be common sense on how to do this. It's not common sense when it comes to this game. It takes some type of skill. I do want to make a video on survivors, ranking them from the best to worst. But right now, I can't even do that because I'm sitting here talking about how survivors are not getting nerfed or getting looked on and touched because their win rate is so low because everybody wants to jump ship. They want to play the game. And when it comes down to it, they don't even take the time out to go to practice to see what survivors are capable of. Like, I see so many people when they're new to the game, they don't even know what an ability is. And I kind of fault myself for that. Again, like I said in my last video, I'm not well, I didn't say it in my last video, but I did comment to a viewer, and I did tell him I'm going to stop blaming survivors for being bad, because a lot of people are purchasing the game now, and they need some type of leniency so when it comes to losing games, because they are new. I don't excuse the fact that they could go to practice and learn, but they choose not to. So instead of us high ranked survivors complaining, oh, they're bad, you know, I only want to 4-stack, which it does happen because a lot of people only 4-stack now, leaving all the newcomers to play to themselves, and they're losing, dropping these win rates so low that survivors will not get touched, and it sucks for masterminds. So please make some videos on how to play Survivor, individual videos on survivors, instead of just build guides. It would help so much. Also, for the higher ranked survivors, please, I know you guys got mics. It's 2020. I know so many people have mics. You can just turn your mic on and explain to some of these low ranked survivors how to play, what their characters are capable of. Join parties with them, interact with them, let them know and teach them how to play the game so they can understand better. Because I want these survivor win rates to go up so they can be looked at, so it can be fair for everybody. And also, these survivor mains, try to play Mastermind every once in a while. I mean, I really don't know what else to say in this video. I'm trying to think of something, because everybody knows I don't really go off of script. I just talk from the mind, the heart, wherever it comes from, I just talk. And if it takes me 1 take, 2 or 3, I just go with it. I guess we're going to wrap this video for now, and I'm going to work on a Sam video, a Sam guide, or a Sam tutorial so people can better understand Sam, because he dropped to 17%, and my heart is breaking right now. Sam is my main, and I'm dying in the inside. I do want another brawler to come to this game so I can main that person as well, but right now, I got to work on my boy Sam. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, liked it, even share it, whatever, to spread the word. Like I said, I'm asking the community as a whole to work on these things. But that's it, and it's going to wrap this video up, and I'll see you guys in another video. As always, you guys stay safe out there, and enjoy the rest of you guys' day. Because I don't want to be stuck making guides. I want to actually look for a real job, because YouTube, I mean, I don't get paid for this. I just do it for fun. I'm not going to be stuck behind a screen all day for this. So the community, let's work together. And I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.